First they clinched a playoff spot. Then they won the division. Then they knocked the Yankees out in the division series. Now they have come back late in Game 7 to defeat the Seattle Mariners. They are the American League champions and are headed to the World Series. And as Vladdy just said, job's not done. 4 more wins.
Absolutely. Nobody expected the Blue Jays to be in the World Series. Now the Blue Jays know that they have a chance just as much as anybody else to play the Dodgers and beat them and bring that World Series title back to Toronto. Been a long time since they've gone to the World Series. And how about Jeff Hoffman? He had some tough times during the summer. But boy, did he step up big time in the last 2 games, the most important games of the season, and he was rock solid. Shane Bieber, what an addition he's been to this team. Max Scherzer, Kevin Gausman. How about him getting a win in this game out of the bullpen? And he was great in his starts, and he was great coming out of the pen. Max Scherzer said this is his favorite team he's ever been on, and now he's got a chance to win a 3rd World Series ring.
Think he's excited at all? Just the pure emotion, the joy on the faces of all of these players who, despite a 26-28 start, a stretch late in the season where they lost 6 out of 7 and it looked like the division was in jeopardy, despite injuries and having to figure out things on the fly. So many different players stepping up, filling in, finding a way, excelling. It really has been a remarkable year. And again, it's not over yet. Game 1 of the World Series is Friday night, and it's right here at Rogers Center. The Blue Jays have home field advantage because they won 1 more game than the Dodgers did during the regular season. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and the rest of the Dodgers are coming to Toronto for Game 1 on Friday night.
And the Blue Jays will have Games 1 and 2 here before they go to LA. And the way they're playing right now, I believe they think they can beat anybody.
Oh, I don't think there's any question that they feel that. The belief has been a huge part of the success of this team. John Schneider embracing one of his sons on the field right now. The kids are having the time of their lives, and they probably only understand the magnitude of this to a certain extent. You know, but way back in Dunedin in February, on the inside, they say a lot of them could envision this kind of success. But for the 44,000 here and the millions watching on TV across the country, what an unbelievable turn of events here late in this game. They found a way to win it, and there's more baseball coming. This dream season isn't over just yet.
Yeah, and you look at the joy on all their faces. I mean, it's genuine joy and emotions, and everybody is enjoying this. I mean, these are things you think about. Maybe once in a lifetime you get a chance to go to the World Series, and all of these guys are going to enjoy that as a team. They believe in each other, they believe in themselves, and they believe they can play with anybody.
Eric Lauer, a guy who did so much for this team when they needed it the most. Dalton Varsho with an RBI single tonight. A guy who missed more than half of the season with injuries, but such a big contributor. Brendan Little should not be overlooked. Had a great first half of the year, and obviously had that rough outing, and he might be about as relieved and excited as anybody, because despite what happened in Game 5, they come back and win 6 and 7. Louis Varland pitching in 10 out of 11 games in the postseason. Get that man a few days off before the World Series begins. You know, whether it's Varland or Dominguez or Bieber, the pickups at the deadline, all of them had an impact. Kiner Falefa, another guy, all of them had an impact on this team. And again, Trey Yesada.
Trey and his dad, and remember how emotional his dad was when he saw him pitch his first big league game? I don't know how he's going to be able to put up with pitching in a World Series.
For somebody like Pete Walker, who has been in this organization forever.
Yep, he sure has. He did a heck of a job with the pitching staff, and he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, he managed these guys, got them through some tough times, and it was really a great opportunity here late. And Jessica and John Snyder enjoying that. She was as nervous as anybody in the ballpark every game, and she was right there with her husband every step of the way.
So many people behind the scenes, too, having such a big role in that. The coaching staff. There's Carlos Fablis. And will Bo Bichette be able to rejoin the roster and become a part of this beginning on Friday.
Well, he's got a few days now to test his leg and see if he can run the bases. So he's been swinging the bat right along, and the next step will be if he can run the bases, more than likely he'll be activated for the World Series.
That'll become a big topic over the next few days, obviously, but right now it's about celebrating and enjoying what they have accomplished, and it goes without saying, Buck, this is something worth celebrating.
Oh, absolutely it is. It doesn't come around very often, and they're going to sit down on a mound and take a team picture like they always do. And these are things that will create memories forever and ever. We talked about Game 7, creating a moment. George Springer delivered that moment here tonight. Kevin Gosman's going to the World Series. How about Nathan Lucas? 10 years in the minors, and he became a big part of this championship team. Gosman and Pete Walker sharing that American League trophy, and Pete certainly deserves to share that for a moment for sure.
And obviously the deserving winner of the Most Valuable Player Award for the ALCS is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Remember, didn't have a hit in the first 2 games. 0 for 7 in the first 2 games, but just took the series over and willed his team back into it out in Seattle.
And John Snyder said Riley is different this year. He has turned into the leader of this team, and he is a mature superstar, that's for sure.
Back down to Hazel.
Here with shutdown reliever Kevin Gosman. How much fun was that?
That was fun. It was a little nerve-wracking being out there, you know, a little different than what you're used to having. A lot of time to get ready, but, you know, I tried to space it out as best I could to be ready, and, you know, I wanted to pitch. I told him I was ready to go, so it was really cool to be a part of that.
When did you know that this team had what it took to get to the World Series? Was it a particular road trip? Was it the way you guys came back, a certain game? Was there an aha moment for you?
Honestly, there was a lot of aha moments. I think back to our series in Cleveland, the last game. You know, they hit Vladdy, and we kind of took it upon ourselves to, you know, answer back, and then we came back and won the game. And so I think that kind of showed everybody, like, we mean business, and, you know, we have everybody's back. But honestly, it was so many moments throughout the year. I mean, there's been so many guys contributing, you know, out of the bullpen, in really big spots. You know, you think about Flew in LA, you know, what he was able to do, Fish in Tampa. You know, there's so many big moments that I can look back on, but, you know, it takes everybody, and that's why we're here.
The fans have waited for postseason Vladdy for a long time, being his teammate and getting front row seats to what he did in October and what we hope he continues to do. How impressive is that for a guy who's been around a long time?
I mean, he's a special player. He really is. He has ability to take his game to a whole nother level when he needs to. But he's locked in every aspect of the game. You know, he's talking to Kirky about getting out on the bases. You know, like he's talking to the infielders about if the ball takes me this way, I'm throwing it to second. Like he has turned himself into a, you know, obviously a superstar, but you know, a guy that really does it on every aspect of the game. And I'm just so happy for him. You can see how much it means for him, and you know, for him to, you know, get the big contract and then do this makes it even more special, I think.
You've been around a long time. How does this sound? You're off to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it makes me really emotional to think about it. You know, this is what we live for. This is what we all thought about in the backyard with our dad or whoever it was. So, you know, to have have a chance to bring it back to Toronto is special.
And you had a big part in that. Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin Gosman, guys, back to you. An emotional Kevin Gosman. Dan.
Hazel, yes, he is 34 years old, and this will be his first trip to the World Series, and everybody can relate to what he just said. This is what we dreamed about in the backyard with your dad or whomever you were with. It was about going to the World Series, and they have achieved that dream, and they will open it up against the Dodgers here on Friday night.
It's what every kid thinks about when you play baseball as a kid. You talk about it, you go through it, you talk about being an announcer in your backyard. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth inning, and I hit a home run. And everybody thinks about Game 7 at the World Series, and now these guys are going to live that.
Back down to Hazel again.
Dan, thank you very much. Here with Shane Bieber. Listen, you came halfway through the season, but you fit in so seamlessly with this group. How happy are you for this newfound family that you've been a part of?
Words can't describe it. I was thinking about that pregame, and what an opportunity to pitch in Game 7 of the ALCS, and not just for my family, but this family right here that I found myself in. And it's like a couple short months ago, I wasn't sure what God had in store for me and my family, right? And to get to this point and this place and with these people and these guys and these families and this entire organization, it's a special feeling, and I feel like this game embodied exactly who this team is, and it's passed the baton. It is a team win through and through, right? And I was just grateful to be able to start it, and I feel like as a pitching staff, if you keep this offense in the game long enough, we're going to prevail, and we did just that, and go figure it was George Springer to come through with a big hit.
Congratulations. Your teammates are in the clubhouse. I will see you there. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Shane. Dan, back to you.
Hazel, thank you. Shane Bieber picked up at the deadline. They desperately needed another starter. He gave such a good outing in Game 3 of this series. Obviously, wasn't quite as effective here tonight, but kind of got through it. Even though he didn't have his best stuff, only gave up 2 runs, and now it's time for the next stage, the next phase of the celebration. The shirts are coming off. The party is beginning, and they got a few days to gear up for the World Series. They're going to enjoy this.
Yeah, they're going to celebrate it, and they sure deserve it, because it doesn't come around very often where you can celebrate it. How many times this season it looked like, oh, they're not going to make it. They won the division, they won home field advantage, and they kept home field advantage now into the World Series. But there are so many players on this team that can they all feel like they had something to do with this championship season, and John Snyder and his staff did a heck of a job. They focused on the little things from the start of spring training, and those little things paid off in big things for this ball club all season long.
Guerrero went the last 89 plate appearances of the season without a home run, and has hit 6 here in October. A star who was a superstar when they needed him the most. Whoever thought that any one player could do that without Bo Bichette in the lineup, hitting right behind him? But Guerrero just had maybe the best stretch of his career at the most important time of his career.
That's what he's all about. He's a baseball player, and he knows how important it is to stand up and be the star when you need him most. And they needed him most in the postseason. He did it to the Yankees. He's done it to the Mariners, and he's planning on doing it to the Dodgers.
American League East champions, American League Division champions, American League champions. Wait! First time in 32 years the World Series comes back to this city and this country. So proud of every one of you. Enjoy every single moment of this tonight, because you guys earned the fuck out of it. Let's go!
It's pretty damn good. Yeah, it still hasn't really said it. It's so surreal. I don't know. I'm so proud of this group. I love these guys.
What about this group makes them so special, Ernie?
We don't stop fighting. We don't stop fighting. I mean, you saw you could feel the energy in the seventh or whatever inning that was. God, I don't even remember. It was wild, and you could feel it, and that has a lot to do with the fans and the character of these guys in the locker room. So,
What was your reaction when you saw that ball Springer hit go out of the park?
it's cold. I just put my hands on my head. I couldn't believe it. I don't know why we were shocked. He's the most clutch player in postseason history. It seems like so. Just a huge swing from an amazing player.
Ernie, you've done huge things for this organization and this team this season. Enjoy this one. We'll see you when the World Series kicks off on Friday.
I can't wait. Let's get it.
All right, Ernie Clement, guys. What's going through your mind when I just said that?
I'm just grateful for this team. Honestly, this team is so close. We love each other. And the thing I'm most proud about right now is like the families. A lot of the times the families get overlooked. Our wives are so close. Our families are so close. And it shows on the field. We play together nonstop. It's really hard to beat us. And I love this team, man. I love this team, and we got 4 more. We got 4 more.
How fitting was it for you guys to come back in Game 7 when you've come back so many times during the regular season?
Yeah, it's who we are. Again, we have the utmost belief in one another, and not just that. It's just there's no more pressure on anybody else. It's because it's all of us. You have to kill us all. It's not a one-man show. You see it nonstop every night, 1 through 9, 1 through 10, 11. I'm somehow throwing the 8th inning. Like it's a true team, and I love this team.
I can't let you go without asking you about that experience coming out of the bullpen in a really close game. I mean, what are you thinking in that moment?
I mean, at first I was like, all right, it's a 3-run lead. I mean, two-run deficit. George hits a homer, and I'm like, oh shit, like I ain't giving up a run now. So yeah, it was just get this game to Hoffman and it's over. So again, I'm just so happy to be a part of this team.
We're happy for you, Chris. Enjoy this one. We'll see you later this week.
Thank you.
All right, Chris Bassett. Guys, back to you.
Think about that. He's out there saying 2 runs down, just hold them right here. And I won't quote him directly, but then Springer hits the home run. And now, Buck, it's a different situation. And they were always 3 enormous outs, but they felt even bigger right after Springer hit that homer. And good for Chris Bassett, who wasn't able to stay healthy all the way through the season. And obviously, he'd love to be starting games, but he's got a memory for a lifetime by getting through that 8th inning.
Right, sure does. He wasn't on the roster for the division series, but they activated him, knew he would have a role in this championship series. And did he ever have a role? He had a big 8th inning in this game.
Back down to Hazel again.
We're here with Jeff Hoffman. What was that experience like to be out there to finish this one off?
Yeah, honestly, just wanted to get it done for these guys. They worked so hard all season, all game. That was not an easy game to win. We had to claw back. We had to do it ourselves, and just wanted to bring it home for everybody.
This was certainly a different result in a Game 7 for you. How proud are you of this group to be able to really rally back and take this one?
Yeah, it didn't feel good going the other way. Felt like it was right in front of us, and then the cut. Woo! Letting it slip through your hands is the worst feeling, and I was not going to let that happen again. I I needed to flip what happened last time and pull through for these guys, and just really thankful that I did, and really happy for everybody.
Really happy for you. You're off to your first World Series. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jeff Hoffman, guys, back to you.
And Buck, I feel now I can tell this story. I walked into the clubhouse, you were there yesterday, and I said to Jeff Hoffman, you got 6 outs in you tonight. This is for last night. And he smiled and he goes, and 3 tomorrow. And you know what? He nailed it. 6 last night, 3 tonight.
He did a great job. He had 4 strikeouts last night. He strikes out the side in the pivotal game 7 to close out the series and send the Blue Jays to the World Series. And like we said, everybody on this team has had a shining moment. There's no question about it.
Back to Hazel.
Here with Andres Jimenez. You're so quiet, mild-mannered, and you're just jumping around. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I mean, this is what World Series finals means, you know? But I'm really happy right now. I have to enjoy with this group of guys. They're amazing, and, you know, we have to enjoy it for sure.
Everybody keeps talking about how special this group is. What is it about them to you that makes them, you know, part of the family almost for you guys?
It's just amazing, you know, be around these guys. What makes us special, I think, is the chemistry that we have since spring training. I think we believe in each other. It doesn't matter how we're playing bad, we're playing good. We believe, and we believe.
We believed in the bottom of the order. The supporting cast, you guys were doing all the right things to get your big boys up there at the plate. How proud are you of you and Ernie Clement and Miles Straw and Addison Barger? I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah, we understand our game, you know. We know 7, 8, 9 and a hole hitter. We need to be on base for the big boys, and we did it.
Okay, final one. When you were a little boy and dreamed of being in the World Series, is this the kind of feeling you thought it would be?
Yeah, I think it's more because we have a country on our back. We have Canada on our back. So thank you guys for coming to the ballpark, bring the energy. We love you guys, and we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep competing.
4 more wins, Andres. That's all they're looking for.
That's all we need. We're gonna enjoy tonight. We're gonna party tonight, and we're gonna refocus tomorrow and be ready for Friday.
Congratulations. We're really happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Andres Jimenez, guys. Back to you.
Hazel, thank you. 2 constant themes. How appreciative they are of the fans and the support all across the country, and how close-knit of a group this is. And before we forget, we want to mention Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly has never been to a World Series as a player, as a coach, or as a manager. Don Mattingly's going to a World Series for the first time.
Yeah, he was talking about that before the game today, how special it would be. And he's been in the game a long time and been one of the great players all time. And he was part of the Yankee organization. He was the manager for the Miami Marlins and the Dodgers, and this will be his first trip to the World Series. A lot of people that know Donnie are very happy for him.
And you know what? On paper, obviously, the Blue Jays are going to be huge underdogs to the Dodgers. Anybody who had gotten to the World Series would have been underdogs to the Dodgers the way that they steamrolled the National League in October. But these guys don't care. None of that matters now. There's Mattingly, who, of course, was the manager of the Dodgers for several years. Max Scherzer was a Dodger. But the Blue Jays will be underdogs, but I don't think they care one bit. They believe in themselves, and they will just leave everything they have on the field.
Absolutely, whatever it takes. And you can see the joy on Mattingly's face. I mean, he accomplished an awful lot as a player and as a manager. And now he's going to get an opportunity to be introduced at Dodger Stadium as part of this great Blue Jays organization.
But again, remember, the Blue Jays have home field advantage. Games 1 and 2 will be here, and I think everybody knows this by now, but just so we can say it, we will continue to broadcast the games here on Sportsnet. Buck and Hazel and I and everybody else, Jamie and Joe and Madison and Caleb and Kevin, and I know I'm forgetting people, and I apologize. Everybody else will all be a part of this, just as you have seen throughout the month of October. We feel like the luckiest people going, that we can keep doing this And we'll have the games for you when they're here, when they're in LA. It'll be business as usual, just like you've seen the last few weeks.
A regular broadcast in a very special atmosphere. Dodger Stadium and right here at Rogers Center. And just think about the Dodgers are going to here play the Blue Jays in the World Series. Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Dave Roberts. Such a storied organization that the Blue Jays are going to take them on in the 2025 World Series. Very special moment.
Oscar Hernandez is coming to Toronto as well. Back down to Hazel.
Here with Mason Fluharty. What a year you've had, sir.
This is insane.
It is. Listen, your Major League debut in 2025, and guess what? You're off to the World Series, Mason. What's going through your head right now?
You know, you couldn't ask for much more. I mean, this is insane. It's awesome doing it with this group of guys. Springer tonight, like, that was unbelievable. It was probably one of the best baseball games I've been a part of. It was so much fun. Like, you got all these guys, Gauzy, Bassett coming out of the bullpen, and it's just crazy. I could never even think that this would happen in the beginning of the year. And now we're here, and now we're going to the World Series.
When you were talking about Bassett and Gausman, I mean, what are you thinking when they're in the bullpen with you? Are they asking you questions? Are they, like, what's happening back there when they're sitting there?
No, they're ready to go in the game. They want to just go. They want to go attack guys, go get outs for this team and win the ball game. And they're all ready. Bax was down there too, and they were all ready to win. Like, we wanted to get to the World Series, and thank God Springer hit the homer, and we shut it down. Hall came in, shut it down. And these guys came out of the pen. It was awesome.
Give us your point of view watching that Springer at bat. Are you watching the ball off the bat, and are you thinking it's out of here?
I was just talking to somebody over there. I was like, that was probably the top 10 best moment of my life, because when the Springer hit the ball, it was me and Max sitting next to each other, and as soon as the ball went over the fence, we both looked at each other and just were high-fiving and screaming like crazy. It was nuts. It was one of the best moments of my life.
Listen, what do you think of this guy behind you pouring the?
Who is it?
Who do you think it is? It is Louie.
Louie Barland.
Louie Barland is here. Louie.
From Hogwarts. It's a dog. It's an absolute dog.
Describe this teammate, not only on the field but off the field. What do we need to know about Louie Barland?
He's one of the better human beings on this team. He's awesome. He's a great dude. And then he gets on the mound. He's an absolute dog, and he's electric. It's fun to watch, and it's awesome.
Louie, you've been in this series quite a lot. I mean, the fact that they trusted you in these big games in an LCS, what does that mean to you?
It means the world to me. I've been in positions where I wasn't trusted at all before. You know, it's something you earn. And, you know, it means the world to me. I'm glad that I can, like, produce for the team and contribute any way I can.
You came and joined these guys halfway through the season, but you seem to really fit in, Louie. What is it about this group that was so welcoming to you?
It's the easiest group to fit into. You got everybody here so friendly, just like having a good time. Everybody competes their ass off. Easy group to come join.
Before I let you go, what do you think of Mason Fluharty?
Mason Fluharty's the man. He's nasty. He doesn't throw that hard, but it works.
From the words of Louie Barland, Dan, he doesn't throw that hard, but it works. Okay, back to you.
Hazel, thank you. Another example. Those two guys didn't know each other 2.5 months ago. Louie Barland comes over from Minnesota. He pitches in 10 out of 11 games in the postseason. How about Dalton Varsho? His dad, Gary, played for the Pirates in 1991, got to Game 7 of the National League Championship Series, lost to Atlanta, got that close. What Gary was not able to enjoy as a player, he is now enjoying through his son, Dalton. And there he is right there. That is Gary, Dalton's dad. One of the nicest people you will ever meet. And how proud is he of what his son has been able to accomplish?
And he should be. And Gary's a terrific man himself and a post dog. He plays his heart out every single day, no matter what the situation is. And you know what? He just comes up with big hits and timely situations. And boy, they're going to enjoy this for a long time.
Almost over there.
Other members of the staff for the Blue Jays, including in front and center right there, that's Scott Weberg, the head strength and conditioning coach, just beloved by the players. and so many people behind the scenes who work so many hours and have just contributed to the success of this team. And the 26 players, no, it's not just them. It's a much larger group that has put so much, blood, sweat, and tears into this over the last 7 or 8 months. Worked so hard, overcome injuries and slumps and whatever you want to say. All teams go through it, but there are only 2 teams left standing this season, and the Toronto Blue Jays are one of them.
Yeah, it's pretty special, and so many people are involved in the success of this team. And like we say, Vladdy, he has taken over this team, and it's truly his team now. He has stepped up big time. Your stars have to be stars in the biggest moment, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. was exactly that.
A lot more coverage still to come on Sportsnet here tonight. One more look at one of the biggest outs in Blue Jay history. Jeff Hoffman strikes out the side in the 9th, and the Blue Jays are American League champions after they come from behind to defeat the Seattle Mariners. They win 4-3. They take this and let the party begin. Let the emotion pour out of so many of these players who worked so hard to get to this point. Jeff Hoffman throwing the biggest pitch of his life as he got the save here in Game 7. The architects of the team, Mark Shapiro and Rogers, of course. Ross Atkins, that's Mark's dad. Ron Shapiro, who is there with him. And look at the emotion. I mean, they believed, but still, they were down to their final 7-8 outs here, trailing by 2. And look at what this group has accomplished with still one more goal they want to achieve, one more box to check. The World Series, the Blue Jays and the Dodgers begins Friday night here on Sportsnet. Right now, time for Sportsnet Central, brought to you by KFC.